Welcome to Spectrum News 1. I'm Lachlan McLean here with a look at what's to come this half hour. The FDA has approved at-home testing, while Kentucky's public health commissioner says doctors still need to be involved. And one of Kentucky's universities is developing technology that could block the spread of COVID-19. We'll tell you how it works.
I'm Chief Meteorologist Wes Collison. Rain moves in during the overnight hours and it will stick around into our Thursday. I'll have the hour-by-hour timeline and your weather on the ones starting right now.
Challenge of our times, but you are up to it.
It's a familiar reminder from Governor Beshear at yesterday's briefing as we anticipate his next daily update, which we will take live in less than an hour. But first, let's have a quick check of the latest numbers here on Spectrum News 1. We have almost 3,200 confirmed cases of COVID-19 in the Commonwealth. Yesterday was the deadliest day so far. We lost 17 Kentuckians, bringing the total to 171 people who have died from the virus. Recovery numbers keep climbing as well, though. 1,266 people have beaten the virus. Now, those numbers will change this afternoon, so stay with us for the governor's daily update. Meanwhile, the FDA has approved the first at-home coronavirus testing kit. They're called the Pixel by LabCorp COVID-19 at-home kits. And they work by allowing people to collect their own nasal swab samples and then mail them in for results. But Kentucky Public Health Commissioner Stephen Stack says more testing is usually good and doctors should be a part of the process.
Because it's not just the test, remember, it's the medical advice that goes with it. So my question would be, has someone sought appropriate medical advice, determined that the test is clinically useful, and do they then have the necessary medical advice to make proper use of the test result? So I wouldn't just get the test without making sure you have a clinician guiding you on how to use the information.
Anyone interested in getting the test has to fill out an eligibility survey on the company's website and get a doctor's order. Each kit costs $119. The FDA says LabCorp will make the tests available in most states within the next few weeks. The first test will be prioritized for healthcare workers and first responders. And coronavirus testing is now available for Louisville's West End. This afternoon, COVID-19 tests for high-risk people started at the Park Duval Community Health Center. While testing at this location is not for the general public, it's the next step in the center's partnership with U of L Health for more accessible testing across the state of Kentucky. New today, Hardin Memorial Health is expanding their COVID-19 testing to 3 regional locations. There are now outpatient locations in Hardin, Meade, and Nelson counties. But because of a potential high number of tests needed, you do have to make an appointment after getting a referral to be tested. You can get that referral either from a doctor or through the Hardin Memorial Health Hotline, which is listed on your screen now. The locations include the Respiratory Viral Evaluation Clinic in Elizabethtown and HMH's Meade County and Bardstown family practices. And potentially a major new development coming out of the University of Louisville now. Researchers have evolved a piece of technology that is believed to block the coronavirus from infecting human cells. According to the university, the tech is based on a piece of synthetic DNA. It binds with human protein and could stop viruses from hijacking cells and replicating inside the body. This kind of treatment has previously been used to help fight cancer. Elsewhere, another Kentuckian is now working the front lines, helping in the fight against the coronavirus in New York City. U of L Hospital Corpsman First Class Kasi Fandumi is a U of L laboratory technician on board the USNS Comfort. That's the hospital ship providing care for patients with COVID-19. The Navy reservist is testing plasma samples on the ship, on average around 250 to 300 a day.
It's tough on our families, but here I think the most important thing is knowing that you are making a positive difference in people of New York's life. So I mean, everybody's ready to go, and then we are here, until the last patients, depart the ship.
Fandumi has a wife and child back home in Louisville. He says at this point he's not sure when he'll return home to see them, but he's ready to stay on board as long as he's needed. The Supreme Court of the United States is looking at a new brief that could offer hope to immigrants living under the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program, also known as DACA Dreamers, allowing them to stay in the U.S. at least for now. The latest action would focus on those serving in frontline health care positions. Jesus Contreras is a dreamer, an immigrant brought to the U.S. as a child. He was shielded from deportation under the Obama-era DACA initiative. Now the Supreme Court has agreed to take into consideration that many dreamers are working as emergency workers during the pandemic.
Up to this point, we've had a lot of push against DACA. We've had a lot of strong opinions against the program. I'm excited to see what comes of this. Of course, I'm a little skeptical and always cautious with decisions and things like this, because we've been promised a lot, as DACA recipients, as immigrants.
Nearly 30,000 DACA recipients working in healthcare and on the front lines would be left in limbo if the program ends. Coming up on Spectrum News 1, Kentucky has upped preschool funding in recent years, but will new COVID-19 changes move that money somewhere else? We break everything down next.
As the rain moves out Thursday night, that will set us up for a good-looking Friday. I'll let you know when we'll see rain again coming up in your local weather on the Ones.
All right, thanks, Wes. But we go to break with an untraditional and emotional team picture of the Boyd County Middle School softball team. The girls wearing their 2020 season jerseys for the first time in honor of a season they never had. Their coach, Michelle Culp, posted the photo on Facebook saying, "Here's to the many memories we have already made and to the ones we would have made." Michelle posted the picture using the hashtag #OneKentucky, and you can do the same thing. Maybe your post will be one we share with the entire state.